Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing good. A little update on the S14. I've just been enjoying it the last couple of weeks. I've been driving it like every day and really enjoying the car and how it looks. Still super happy with how everything turned out. I realized I didn't talk too much about the paint in the last video. It is sunny right now. Let me try showing you guys the pearl. So I don't know how well you guys could see, but the pearl on this car really pops in the daylight. So super happy with the color choice and the pearl that we added to the paint. So the plan for today is to finally make some splitters for the S14. It's a very simple process, and I think it's a good way to make your car look a little more aggressive, as well as it protects your front lip if you like to run your car low. I made the splitter on the S2000 and it's been holding up pretty well. If any AP2 guys are watching, I do have a little stack of splitters ready to go. If anyone wants to buy some, let me know. But yeah, the plan is to make some for the front lip on the S14, as well as the side skirts. This is the sheet of plastic I have left. It's just 1/4 inch ABS plastic. You just have to find a local plastic company, hit them up, see if they have that sheet of ABS plastic, and it's pretty much all you need. It's very simple. You just trace your bumper out, cut it out, get some hardware, and it's good to go. So this should be enough for the front splitter. I don't know if we'll have enough material for the side skirts. I guess we'll find out. But I also have a few other parts that I want to install on the car today as well. But yeah, let's start with the splitter. So we'll get the front bumper off, trace it out, and start cutting. So got the bumper off the car. The next step is to just lay it out on your sheet of plastic and then start measuring how far you want your splitter to stick out. So I decided about 1 inch away from the lip. I didn't want it to be too aggressive. I wanted it to be pretty sleek, kind of how I have it on the S2000. So that's about 1 inch right there, and I like how that looks. So I decided to do the same thing here. As for behind the splitter, doesn't really matter how it looks. Just trace a line out real quick, but don't cut too much off so that you still have a way to properly mount it to either the lip or the bumper. But as for the front, I just went around and made a bunch of dots about 1 inch away from the lip, and the more dots you do, the easier it's gonna be to draw and connect your line. So I kind of started connecting it over here, and that's what it looks like. I guess let's just finish tracing the rest of the bumper out and just get right to cutting. Alright, so once you finish the initial cut, the edges are going to look pretty rough from all the plastic melting, so you just want to go around with some kind of tool like this and clean them up as best as you can. And then the next step would be to grab an orbital sander and go over the edges and smoothen them out even more. So let's see how that turns out. Alright, so I found that this sanding disc works best. That orbital sander just isn't good enough, so if you have a grinder with a thick sanding disc like this, I found it to work pretty good. But this is pretty much what it's gonna look like. I'm just mocking it up now to see how it looks. So really happy with how that turned out. It's just very sleek, not too aggressive. It's pretty even all around. So now I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna mount it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just mount it straight to the bumper, not the lip. That way it's a little more secure. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my markings, drill right through it, and then get a long bolt. I think that'll be a good way to mount it. Yeah, that looks sick. I really like how that looks. All right, so everything is mounted to the bumper. I ended up using some PVC piping just to space it out evenly across the entire bumper. This is what it looks like from the front. It's exactly how I like my splitters to look. Stoked on that. Now let's just throw it back on the car, see how it looks on there. Alright, so splitter install is complete. Really stoked on how it turned out. I don't know how it looks on camera, but in person, it looks pretty sick. When it came to the side skirts, I ended up just measuring the length, and then mine are about 4 inches wide, and then I just ended up rounding the edges so they're not too sharp, and I found it easier to get the proper measurements with the side skirt off the car, but it's really up to you how you want to do it. So the next part I need to install are my window visors or rain guards, whatever you want to call them. I think they add a little bit more character to the car, and they also look really good, but it's not just for looks. They are, I guess, pretty functional if you want to cruise in the rain with your window just slightly down. I bought a brand new set from the dealer. If any S14 guys want these, I got them from nissanparts.cc. They're not discontinued just yet, but they are OEM straight from Japan, so it's pretty cool. They look pretty sick. My car did come with one, so if anyone has a use for this, let me know, I'll give it to you. I'm not gonna be using it. But yeah, I guess let's throw these on the car, see how they look. They do get mounted with double-sided tape, but they also have those little clips right there that just get attached right behind this molding, so they should be on there pretty well. I guess, yeah, let's throw them on the car, see how it looks. Well, that was a super simple install. They look really good. Let me know what you guys think. Was this a nice little addition, or do you think it's a little too much? I honestly think it looks really good. And now I could roll in the rain with my window just slightly down, so that's cool. All right, well, the last thing I think I gotta do for today is to get rid of this ugly JDM wheel that comes with most imported cars. It's in pretty crappy condition, as you can see, so I think it's time to finally throw the Nardi in here that wifey got for me, so it's gonna be a super quick install. Currently my horn works, so I'd like to keep it that way. I usually have pretty bad luck with aftermarket horns, but I think I'll be able to get it to work, so let's do it. All right, so steering wheel install is complete. Really happy with how that looks. So much better than the other wheel, but next thing I gotta do is definitely get rid of this ugly seat. I'm trying to find a reclinable bucket seat, so that might be coming soon. I guess that's pretty much it on the install part. Next is to finally go and try to do some donuts or some skids on the car. There is a track day coming up in a few days, and I wanna make sure the car is good to go at this ride height, so it's pretty low in the front and it does rub when I turn. So I don't know how it's gonna be when I'm drifting. I don't wanna screw these fenders up too much, but if I do flare them a bit, I'm not gonna be too bummed. But I just wanna go test it out right now. Just see if I should raise the car maybe like 1/4 of an inch, but I really love how the stance looks right now. So I'm gonna try not to raise it, but before we do that, I gotta take the rear wheels off. They are 10.5s, and that's gonna be pretty tough for this car. So I'm gonna throw my RPF ones on in the rear, which they're 9.5, so it's a little better. It's still gonna be pretty tough drifting this car with those wheels since they are 18s. This thing has almost no, I mean, it doesn't have any power. I was gonna say almost no power, but literally it's like the weakest thing. You really have to full send this car to get it to drift. I guess, yeah, let's throw the RPF ones on. Gonna go do a few donuts, see how it feels. Hopefully the fenders survive.
Trying to get some air.
I hate these wheels. The freaking RPF ones are always leaking. You won't burn them up at this next track day and just get rid of it. Bro, like every gas station has issues with their freaking air thing. I gotta go and try it.
Alright.
Did you notice anything new on the car?
What?
There's a couple new things.
Side skirts?
Yeah, there's the side splitters, and what else?
Front splitter?
What else?
You don't see it? Look close. It's not on the front. It's just somewhere on the car.
Mirrors?
No.
Oh.
How did you not notice
I don't know. It just blended in. It's like sleek. It's like.
It looks sick, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it looks good.
It's a nice little touch.
There's a cop right there in the bushes. Yeah, I guess it's that time of the year where like all the fireworks stands are out here, so there's a whole bunch of cops there. Hopefully they don't hear us. It's usually a pretty low-key spot, but I don't know, kind of sketched, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
The cops are here. It didn't even start yet and the cops are already here.
Put it on the GoPro. He already came.
Control. He just waved. I think he's about to whip some donuts.
Peace.
Are we still gonna send it?
I don't know. Up
Probably.
to you. Up to you.
I think that was a rental cop, so we might be fine.
All right.
See where he stops. Oh, he's stopping right there.
Oh yeah, he's standing. He's slowing down. He knows we're up to something.
Might be a no-go. Stop.
I think so. I think I see him over there.
Good thing I decided to take the GoPro out.
Honestly,
We
yeah,
sent it right away.
exactly.
Yeah, the car looks sick.
It
I
looks
like
good.
the RPF one with the T7Rs.
Yeah, it looks good.
A little mismatch. Looks nice.
All right, he's gonna go do a little quick checkup, real quick. See what's going on over there.
So paint on the fender actually kind of flared up. It's about to chip away. It's gonna look pretty ugly. And I wasn't really even sending it too hard. It was literally just donuts, so at the track it's gonna be a lot worse. I think I'm just gonna end up raising it just a bit. I don't want my fenders to look ugly right off the bat, but I guess that's gonna be it for this video. So if you guys wanna make splitters for your car, highly recommend it. It looks super good and it's super affordable. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Track day's coming up in a few days, so look out for that video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Look at this guy, bro. He's so like.
I'm sad.
He's so sad about his car. He
burnt.
Literally, Friday it's gonna be 10 times worse. Like, even if you
Don't
raise
say
it.
that.
Even if you raise it.
I don't know. I guess, yeah, it's not a pretty car anymore.
It's not.